Hi, Kat Lindquist here with Beyond Adoption, and I had a really big shift. And before you go too much further into this video, I want to give a trigger warning for domestic violence, abuse. If that's something that triggers you, please turn off this video right now. And it is something that happened in the past, something I'm not currently experiencing and haven't experienced for a long time. But it was a really big aha for me, and something that I hadn't put together about an experience I had many years ago, and how it all kind of comes back to that feeling of being abandoned and rejected and needing outside approval, which is based in adoption trauma. So I grew up in a family where I experienced corporal punishment, and a lot of the corporal punishment that I received was because of things that I would lie about. And the reason that I would lie about things is because I felt that if someone knew the truth about something bad I had done or something wrong that I had done, that I would be rejected again. That it was that safety mechanism, that feeling of I needed to protect myself, because if I did something wrong, then that means that I'm a bad person, and if I'm a bad person, then I'll be rejected and I'll be given away again. And even though these were things that my adoption was as an infant, there's that coding that happens, those trauma experiences that happen in the rejection. So for me, I was born, and then I was placed in foster care for several weeks, and then I was placed in my permanent adoptive family. So I had 3 transitions, all in the span of like the first 2 months of life, and that's a lot, you know. So given all of that, the trauma responses, I would lie about a lot of things, and I would receive corporal punishment for that. And then when I got married and I was in a toxic and narcissistic and abusive relationship with my husband, I realized that one particular time that he physically abused me quite severely was because I had lied to him. And I thought, and I had, I mean, I'm 10 years out of this marriage. This happened probably 25 years ago. And just today, in the shower, as I'm, just things mulling over, and, yesterday was full moon in Scorpio. There's lots of release, and there's a lot that I'm releasing right now. I'm really going through a lot of transformation, a lot of transition, a lot of letting go, and really transforming my life right now. Is that this aha came through was I just curled up and allowed this man to kick me repeatedly as I lay on the floor because I had lied to him about something. And I thought that was normal. I thought that was okay, and that I deserved that because I had been treated that way as a child. When you lie about something, you get physically beat up. And it's like, oh, that was just normal for me. And now, as I'm coming out of all of this, and I'm really releasing things, and I'm really creating some new patterns for my life through my transformation program, through moving beyond adoption that I'm creating, it really was this big aha, like, oh, that's actually not how we treat people when they lie. It's like, oh, we need to find out what the root cause is. Why did they feel the need to cover up? What, lying isn't about the other person. It's a safety mechanism. And so what is it that's internal about that person that they need to feel safe about? If they did something wrong, they did something wrong, or, they made a mistake, or, maybe they made a bad choice. We're human beings. We make bad choices sometimes. And, at that point, is if the other person can't control their emotions and say, hey, I realize this probably isn't about me. So let's figure out how we can support you and, get to the bottom of this. Um, I really felt I wanted to share this because I'm sure that there are many of you out there, adoptees, who have experienced lying and trying to protect yourself and covering up. And, it is a trauma response. And I want you to know that it stems from that feeling of being rejected, of feeling like you're abandoned, and you're trying to hold on to protect yourself for being wrong. That somehow you think, you created this story inside of you as an infant or a young child that there was something wrong about you, and that's why you're no longer with your birth family. That there must have been something wrong about you. And those are the stories that the subconscious makes up to try to protect yourself. And this is what I help people to release. And it was just such a big aha for me. I wanted to share. So I hope this is helpful to someone out there. And if you want to reach out to me, you can check me out on www.movingbeyondadoption.com. And I'll see you soon.